Welcome back into Main Street Living. Quincy, Cheryl, we've been doing the show well over a year. It's been a crazy time. We've talked about a lot of different issues, and this past year in particular has kind of shown a spotlight on some of the inequality and injustice that still lives in this country.
I know it's so sad that this is going on. And one space that continues to have a huge gap between the haves and the have nots is in legal services. Legal representation is expensive. And if you're lucky enough to live in Pima County, Arizona, you can have access to civil legal help, even if your income would not ordinarily allow it. Here to tell us about the life-changing work of Step Up to Justice, welcome Michele, Mirto, and Melissa Spiller-Shiner to the show. Good to see you.
Good morning. Nice to see you all.
So, Michele, I'm going to start with you. Step Up to Justice was started in 2017 to provide legal assistance to low-income residents in Pima County, Arizona. Why was it created, and what is the goal?
So, Step Up to Justice really grew out of a concern for our low-income neighbors who were not receiving the civil legal assistance that they so desperately needed to keep themselves and their families safe. Each year in Pima County, there are 140,000 low-income residents that will have at least one civil legal need. So this might be a grandparent who's caring for a grandchild who needs a minor guardianship order in order to enroll that child in school, to get health care for that child. It might be a victim of domestic violence who needs help securing an order of protection. Or it could be a tenant who is living in unsafe housing conditions and needs a lawyer to be able to remain in their housing.
Yeah, Michele, what you've mentioned is a bunch of different scenarios. So, Melissa, Step Up to Justice has only been at work for about 4 years now, but you've already helped thousands of people in need. So, what kind of services do you guys provide?
So Step Up to Justice provides free civil legal services to low-income residents of Pima County, Arizona. And the majority of our clients, about 50%, request assistance with a family law matter, like divorce, paternity, custody, child support matters. Like Michele said, many of these clients are victims of domestic violence and need help obtaining or defending an order of protection. The next biggest area of need is housing, which includes issues like private landlord-tenant disputes, habitability concerns, and now with the pandemic, advice about the various eviction moratoriums. We also conduct Know Your Rights presentations for tenants and are working on similar curriculum for mobile homeowners who rent the land beneath their home. And then the rest of our cases include issues like end-of-life planning, minor guardianship, consumer protection, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, employment disputes, and then government benefits issues like Social Security and unemployment.
So, Melissa, how does somebody find out if they are eligible for the services?
Yeah, so to be eligible for services from Step Up to Justice, a client must have a civil legal issue in Pima County, Arizona that's within our scope of services. So those are the areas that I mentioned before. Our clients must also meet our financial eligibility guidelines, which means they live at or below 125% of the federal poverty guidelines. For a family of four, that's about $33,000 per year. And then clients are also able to go up to 200% of the federal poverty guidelines, or about $53,000 per year for a family of four, if they have what we consider a qualifying expense, like paying rent or paying a mortgage or child support.
Wow. Just a bunch of things out there that definitely, so many people in this country could, take advantage of as far as the resources are concerned. And Michele, like Step Up to Justice, you guys are based on an innovative model, right? That relies on volunteers. So how does that work specifically?
So we are an all-volunteer model, and what that means is Step Up to Justice really serves as the infrastructure to connect clients in need with volunteers who are willing to help. We currently have 230 amazing volunteers on our roster who have stepped up to donate their time and skill to assist our clients. We provide them with a variety of different volunteer opportunities so that they are spending their time in a meaningful, hopefully inspiring way. And so far, in the short time that we've been open, these volunteers have driven $5.5 million worth of free civil legal services into our community. So we're really proud of them and grateful.
Absolutely. And talk to us a little bit about why it's so important to make sure that legal help is available to everyone who needs it.
Sure. So ensuring access to the legal system for our low-income community is important not only to protect their rights, and ensure their quality of life. But it's important to make all communities stronger and safer. So, for example, a family that is experiencing some housing instability, if they're able to avoid an eviction and remain in their home, that strengthens the entire neighborhood. Their children are more likely to have successful outcomes in school. The adults in that household are able to maintain their employment, and they're just generally all safer. So I think what we're really talking about is that civil legal rights are just basic human rights, and that all of us, our neighborhoods and our communities, are stronger when everyone has access.
You know, that's something that I know a lot of people in the country, you know, including the Black community, you know, and I can speak on that behalf as well, is that to have the same access as everyone else, that does really truly benefit everyone. And for you, Melissa, you know, like, how can viewers, you know, maybe with limited access, contact you guys for services?
Yeah, so for viewers who are in Pima County, if they would like to apply for services, they can visit our website at stepuptojustice.org. And there at the top left, they'll see a link that says Apply for Help, where they can complete a short application for services. And then for viewers who are in a different area of the country but need free civil legal services, they should visit a website called lawhelp.org. And there they can click on their state and find a legal services provider near them.
That's good to know. I was going to ask that. How do people who are outside the area find out? So you just answered that question. Is there anything else that you want to share before we go? Maybe something to help people better understand or why they should care about the cause?
Well, I think it goes back to what I said. I think in order for people to have faith in our institutions and it's just really important for everyone to have access, no matter who you are or where you are, where you find yourself in your life. It's important to have that access. And we're seeing it here. It was just an idea, and it's really come to fruition, and we're seeing people helped every day. So we're incredibly grateful for the community and all of the volunteers that have stepped up to help.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you both very much, Melissa and Michele, and continue to do those good things because we all need it these days.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Oh, wow. Well, sure. That was very enlightening info about the things we can only hope to change within the judicial system. But as you know, Cheryl, unlike Mother Nature, who changes whenever she wants, we have no control over her madness. So we'll see why after the break.